Also developing now on this Juneteenth, D.C. City Council is considering a reparations bill that some believe would help repair the negative impacts of slavery.
Yeah, there's both a local and also a national push for families to get money for land taken from their ancestors. Our political and government reporter, Leonard N. Fleming, spoke with two descendants of enslaved people.
Yeah, and Leonard, what are the chances that this will pass?
Kristen Tasmin, that's an important question, and right now it remains doubtful that Congress would sign off on reparations for African Americans in D.C. But other cities have shown D.C. a roadmap on ways to get it done, and descendants of those discriminated against in D.C. believe it's important.
Black people have been disrespected, overlooked.
And because land in D.C. was taken away by eminent domain from his ancestors, James Fisher supports reparations. Fisher's 8th-generation grandfather, George Pointer, was once a slave. He purchased the land in the 1800s, and in 1928, his descendants were forced to sell. Their property is now Lafayette Pointer Park.
That land held us together as a family, and once it was removed, it tore the family apart.
D.C. City Council held its first hearing last week on a reparations bill introduced by Councilman Kenyon McDuffie. Scores of witnesses from across the country testified in support of the legislation.
We were forcibly removed from our lands, from our homes, our communities, our livelihoods.
Jocelyn Julian's ancestors also owned land in the same park where a now sprawling elementary school sits. That land was taken away for far less than its actual value, a sore spot still for Julian and her family.
Anger and sadness, because my family grew here.
It destroyed the family to have our land taken away from us because we used it like village land.
Julian says the effect on her family lasted generations.
I think it's time. This is a great time for it to come to fruition, for people to sit up and take notice and take it seriously.
That money would come from a reparations fund along with grants, which would include money collected from sales tax revenue and fees and penalties from the Department of Motor Vehicles. Evanston, Illinois is the first city in the country to issue slavery reparations. But any D.C. legislation must be approved by Congress, and Republicans in the House have been sour on any reparations bills. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, D.C. News Now. Back to you.